From Diana's fairy tale gown with its record-breaking train to Kate Middleton's timeless McQueen lace and Meghan Markle's minimalist Givenchy masterpiece, royal wedding dresses are more than fashion. They're history in fabric. Today, we're counting down the most Googled royal wedding dresses of all time and the surprising stories behind them. 1. Kate Middleton. Average number of global monthly searches, 33.1K. Kate Middleton's wedding dress is officially the most searched for wedding dress in the British royal family, with a whopping 33,100 searches per month globally. The Princess and Princess of Wales tied the knot at Westminster Abbey on the 29th of April 2011, with millions of people across the world tuning in to see Kate's gorgeous wedding dress live in action. Kate's dress featured a V neckline, long sleeves, a fitted Victorian bodice, and, in signature McQueen style, padding on the hips. It was covered in handmade lace created by the Royal School of Needlework. The youngest lace maker on the team was 19 years old at the time. Images of roses, thistles, daffodils, and shamrocks were placed on both the bodice and skirt by using a 19th century technique called charicmacross. 2. Meghan Markle. Average number of global monthly searches, 27.1K. Pipped to the post by Kate Middleton, Meghan Markle's wedding dress still receives 27,100 average monthly searches, landing in second place. The average U.S. search volume, 12,100, is significantly higher than in the U.K., 3,600, a trend that also applies to Kate's searches, although her U.K. search volume is nearly double Meghan's. After months of speculation, Meghan Markle's wedding dress was finally revealed as she stepped out at St. George's Chapel at Windsor Castle in 2018. The dress was designed by British designer Claire Waite-Keller, who is also the artistic director of French fashion house Givenchy. Meghan's minimalist pure white gown featured a boat neck, which framed the shoulders and emphasized her waistline. It also had 3/4-length sleeves and was made of double-bonded silk Katie, cushioned by an underskirt in triple silk organza. 3. Princess Diana average number of global monthly searches, 18.1K. It comes as no surprise to see Princess Diana's wedding dress in the top 3, with 18,100 average monthly searches, the majority of which, 8.1K, comes from the U.S. The wedding of Prince Charles and Lady Diana Spencer, which took place on Wednesday, 29 July 1981 at St. Paul's Cathedral in London, swept the world off their feet, with 750 million people tuning in. Her ivory taffeta wedding dress was created by British designers Elizabeth and David Emanuel, and remains an iconic garment in royal wedding dress history almost 40 years later. The bodice of the dress features a piece of antique charicmacross lace that once belonged to Prince Charles's great-grandmother, Queen Mary. Whilst also giving a nod to history, it was very much in keeping with early 1980s fashion, with its large puff sleeves trimmed with bows and deep ruffles of taffeta. The remarkable wedding dress is now on display at a new exhibition, Royal Style in the Making, at Kensington Palace. The ivory silk taffeta and antique lace gown had a 25-foot train and a 153-yard tulle veil featuring bows, taffeta, petticoats, and exaggerated shoulders. It was said to have been inspired by both Queen Victoria and Queen Mary's style. 4th, Queen Elizabeth II. Average number of global monthly searches, 3.6K. The wedding of Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip was a royal event held following the end of the Second World War. The late monarch's dress, designed by the court designer Norman Hartnell, featured a stunning star-patterned fan-shaped bridal train that was 13 feet long. Given the rationing of clothing at the time, she still had to purchase the material using ration coupons. Her dress was made of Chinese silk, with a high neckline, tailored bodice, and a short train. Without straps and with long sleeves, it provided a fit and flare silhouette. 5. Princess Beatrice, average number of global monthly searches, 3.6K. Princess Beatrice's wedding to Edoardo Mapelli Mozzi on 17th July 2020 was an intimate ceremony held at the Royal Chapel of All Saints in Windsor. Only around 20 close family members were in attendance, including Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip. For her special day, the princess wore a vintage ivory gown by Norman Hartnell, originally created for Queen Elizabeth II in 1961. Surprisingly, the dress receives 3.6K monthly searches, a figure that places it on par with the late monarch's dress. The elegant dress, crafted from peau de soie taffeta and finished with Duchess satin, was generously lent to Beatrice by Queen Elizabeth II. It was expertly altered by Angela Kelly and Stuart Parvin to fit Beatrice and featured delicate organza puff sleeves. She completed her look with Queen Mary's diamond fringe tiara, a cherished piece that had been worn by both her grandmother and mother on their wedding days. The stunning gown, along with a silk replica of her bridal bouquet, was later displayed at Windsor Castle as part of an exhibition celebrating royal wedding fashion. RI. 6th. Princess Margaret, average numbers of global monthly searches, 2.4K. Princess Margaret's choice of wedding dress has gone down in the annals of fashion history, inspiring brides today with its simplicity and elegance. She turned to royal couturier Norman Hartnell to design her gown, the same designer who had made her sister the then Princess Elizabeth's wedding dress and coronation gowns. Princess Margaret opted for an understated dress with a fitted, tailored bodice and waist, long sleeves, and full-length voluminous skirt using 30 meters of fabric with a small train. Unlike many other royal dresses, this one had no embroidery of flowers or other motifs. Instead, it was made from plain silk organza, which makes it refreshingly modern, even today. The elegant gown was hailed by the fashion press, with Life magazine dubbing it the simplest royal wedding gown in history. 7. Princess Eugenie, average number of global monthly searches, 1.9K. Princess Eugenie's wedding dress was designed by Peter Pilotto and Christopher DeVos, who in 2007 founded the British-based label Peter Pilotto, known for its innovative textile design. A press release from the royal family stated, "During several fittings, the dress was developed layer by layer, constructing it from the corset and the complex underskirt to the fitted bodice and full pleated skirt. The dress features a neckline that folds around the shoulders to a low back that drapes into a flowing full-length train. The low back feature on the dress was at the specific request of Princess Eugenie, who had surgery age 12 to correct scoliosis. The dress also features personal symbols that are especially meaningful to the princess, including a thistle for Scotland, a shamrock for Ireland, the York rose, and ivy to represent the couple's home. The designers added the symbols into the dress in a garland of rope-like motifs, woven into a jacquard of silk, cotton, and viscose blend, according to the palace. Princess Eugenie also wore the incredible Greville Emerald Kokoshnik tiara, which was lent to her by Queen Elizabeth II. Princess Anne, of global monthly searches, 1,000 was the first of Queen Elizabeth II and Duke of Edinburgh's children to get married. She was also the first to have a second marriage. For both ceremonies, she chose beautiful outfits, which made royal wedding history in their own unique ways. When she married Captain Mark Phillips on the 14th of November, 1973, Princess Anne opted for a Tudor-style dress made by designer Maureen Baker, who took inspiration from the court dresses of Elizabeth I. The dress featured a fitted bodice with high neck and flared skirt that led to a 7-foot-long train. The dress was made from pure white silk, whilst a white tulle veil was held in place by the same fringed tiara that Queen Elizabeth II had worn for her wedding in 1947 and which Princess Beatrice would use for her marriage in 2020. With lines of pearls sewn across the bodice and floral motifs on the back, the dress was packed with detailed embellishments. Full-length trumpet sleeves and huge cuffs reminiscent of Elizabethan ruffs became one of the most memorable parts of this royal wedding dress. For her second marriage, to Timothy Lawrence on the 12th of December, 1992 at Crathie Kirk. These royal gowns aren't just dresses, they're cultural icons, blending tradition, history, and personal expression. Whether it's Queen Elizabeth II using ration coupons for her post-war gown, or Princess Beatrice reviving a vintage piece from her grandmother, each dress tells a story. Which royal wedding dress is your favorite? Tell us in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us for more untold stories from royal history.